Would you buy this book for $3 at the thrift store to resell on eBay? That's what I did several weeks ago, September 20th, 2023. And I just resold it on eBay yesterday for $50, $49.99 plus shipping. Korean Impact on Japanese Culture, Japan's Hidden History. This book originally came out in 1984, but as you can see, this is a fifth printing from 1993, so it does have an ISBN, so you can use your Amazon scanning app to scan the ISBN, which it has on the back here as well. And you can also look it up on eBay, of course. So, like I said, this is sitting on the thrift store. One of my thrift store runs where I do not spend that much time, but I do look through some of the books, see if there's anything new that's went out or been put out, and this happened to be out there. This is one of the 13 or so eBay sales I had over the weekend. It is Monday, October 2nd, 2023, and I picked out all of the stuff that I sold on Amazon. I even had that I sold on eBay, and I even had three sales on Amazon Merchant Fulfilled, which were 2 CDs and a book. So this was just one of a bunch that sold, and I want you to ask yourself, would you have missed out on this book? Because when you look at it, just glancing at the cover, does it look like it's worth money? To me, well, obviously, I felt it was worth money, but to me, it's more the title, Korean Impact on Japanese Culture, Japan's Hidden History. That sounds a little more specific, a little more interesting than just a general book about Japanese culture or about Korean culture, that kind of thing. But the fact that it was Koreans' impact on Japanese culture and that it's a hidden history means that it could be worth some money. It's definitely worth looking up. So typically when I come across a book that has a barcode or it has ISBN numbers, I will look it up on Amazon first to get an idea of if it's selling for a good amount of money, how many copies there are, how many have sold recently in the last year or so. And because I figure that this book, well, I know right away that this is a slower seller. It's not going to be something that's selling constantly, just because of how much older it is and the topic. But I get some information from Amazon, and then if it looks like could be worth something there, I take a look on eBay, because often these types of books can go for more money on eBay and can sell quicker on eBay than on Amazon. There's a lot of people that look on eBay for very niche specific books that could be harder to find, and a lot of those kinds of buyers are not necessarily going on Amazon to look for those kinds of books. Amazon tends to be more books with barcodes, books that are more recent, that not just brand new that just came out, but in the last 10, 15 years or so. But books like this that's a fifth printing from 1993, which is 30 years ago, they're not typically going to go on Amazon. So keep that in mind. These kind of specific books, more specific books that kind of drill down into a specific topic, are typically going to do better on eBay. So I looked it up on eBay. Turns out there weren't that many copies, so I listed it for $49.99, taking offers, but it did sell for that within, it's only been less than 2 weeks that it's sold since I bought it and then listed it. So keep your eyes open for these kind of books, because you just, you don't want to pass them up. And I know as a former FBA only bookseller, that I would have definitely passed this book up in the first couple years of reselling. And it does take time to learn about which books are worth looking up on eBay and which are not. But I recommend starting to learn that process and getting a better eye for these kinds of books, because you can sit there for an hour scanning only books that have barcodes, or even ones like this that have ISBNs, and you can see this one on Amazon and think, oh, it's too long tail, I don't want to mess with it. and then just put it aside instead of saying, oh, I could sell it on eBay. You could even make a stack of books like this that have only an ISBN or don't even have a barcode or a ISBN. And then after you're done looking through everything for Amazon, you can go back to that stack of books and look those up on eBay. But just, it's a good skill to have. Other books that I sold this weekend that you might not look up would be this one here. Whoops, Little Princess, Marion Crawford, and this one sold for $25 plus shipping. Let's see, this one was listed back in May. This is a first edition from 1950. It's a bit of rough condition, but it is one that actually sells pretty often. It's about the royal family, and it's got some photos in there as well. So this is one to look out for. It did take a few months for it to sell for me, but I believe it's because it's in a little rough shape, even though it does have the dust jacket. This was a donation. So if you see one like this on the shelf from 1950, first edition, it could be worth some money. Another book that I sold, which was a donation from a large book pickup, several actually book pickups from the same person. This was listed last year, so it's been almost a year that it's been up there. Chelation, prevent heart attack, prevents stroke, extends life, etc. Oh, it's Chelation by James Julian. So this one, these types of books, these health, very niche specific books were part of this pickup, and I've sold lots and lots of books from that pickup because they were very specific back from the 60s and 70s, and people are still reading this stuff. So just an example of the kind of books, the Korean Impact one, the Chelation one, and the other Princess one that you can look for when you're out there, reselling or looking to source. This is one, I'm not sure where this came from, but I sold this Karl Marx book, which is, I think I sold it for 17, no, I can't remember, but the story of his life. I don't remember how much this went for, but this is from 1935. This is in a bit rougher shape, but still was able to sell it. This one took a bit longer to sell, quite a while, but I did sell this one as well. Jaka story, Dave Sim and Gerard. This one sold for, I think it was $17 plus shipping. I took an offer, but that has sat for quite a while, so I was glad to sell that one. But those are the 5 books that I sold over the weekend. This one sold for $29.99 plus shipping. And then I also sold this audiobook, which has been sitting for a while. This is from a Gaylord here from several years ago, probably 2+ years ago. Audiobook that sold, Character of the New Man. And then this is Dynamic Spider Guard DVD. That is from another Gaylord from a while back. So I had a mixture of stuff that sold that was older items, as well as this one that I just put up. And then these are newer. These CDs are from those donations of CDs, which had a lot of soundtracks. This is one with Quincy Jones, The Split, and this is another one. A lot of foreign ones as well. And this is a DVD that I sold for very little money, but I did sell that as well. So that's kind of the outlook here of the sales over this weekend. Spend a little bit of time when you're out there sourcing. If you're already doing eBay, you already know about these kind of books. But I know there's a lot of people that are, as booksellers, book resellers, online book resellers, you're usually starting with Amazon, not eBay. And you really get roped into the whole scanning thing, which is great when you're dealing with mostly barcoded books. But when you come across a bunch of quality books that are don't have barcodes or don't have ISBNs or only have ISBNs, then you're probably going to pass on them. And unfortunately, you're going to miss out on a lot of potential profit. So I would spend a little bit of time to learn about it. If you're only doing FBA and you hate shipping yourself, then there's, what are you going to do? I only do merchant fulfilled on Amazon now, and I still make sales. I don't have a large inventory, but I do make sales every week, and I'm not really focusing on it. But when I come across something that makes sense to sell on there versus eBay or in my store, my brick and mortar store, then I will put it on Amazon. But these kind of books will almost always go on eBay, and this one sold quickly, but I would even be willing to wait to resell this one because there's so much profit in it, and only got it for $3. So yeah, good luck with that. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.